YouTube. It's been a while since I have recorded a video. I'm doing this song because my little sister just requested that I put some more music on my channel, and it has been a while, so this is Goodbye to You by Michelle Branch. If you're interested, stick around. At the end of the video, I'll give you some updates on my life, some interesting stuff going on. So, yeah. All the things I believed in, I just wanna get it over with. Tears fall behind my eyes, but do not lie. Counting days to pass me by. I've been searching deep down in my soul. Words that I'm hearing are starting to get old. Feels like I'm stuck now over again. The last 3 years have just been sand, and I said goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything I knew. You are the one I love, the one thing that I tried for I still get lost in your eyes, and it feels like I can't go one day without you. Closing my eyes, and it chased the thoughts away to a place where I'm blinded by the light, but it's not right. Oh, goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything that I knew. You are the one I loved, the one thing that I tried for to love. And it hurts to want everything and nothing at the same time. I want what's yours, but I want what's mine. I want you, but I'm not giving in this time. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything I thought I knew. You are the one I loved, the one thing I tried for to know. One thing I tried for to And when the stars fall I'm awake, you're my shooting star. Alright, that was Goodbye to You by Michelle Branch. I hope you liked it. I haven't played that, well, I've been playing it off and on for the past few days, but I haven't really sang it in a while, so apologies if my voice wasn't at its best. I haven't really been singing that much lately in general. I've been pretty busy. So yeah, I started school this week on Monday. I initially started off, I was going to take 4 classes, and so they were psychology, 100, which is basically just the general principles of psychology. And then I was taking human sexuality, which is another psychology class, or it's classified as psychology. And I'll get back to that in a minute because that's actually kind of interesting. And nutrition, 10, which is I forget what the actual name, but it's basically what are nutrients, what are vitamins and minerals, how many do we need, how do you read a food label, blah blah blah. It's very scientific and it is very from the book. So yeah. And then the fourth class that I was going to take, but I dropped, was LGBT studies. A lot of people apparently don't know what LGBT stands for, so I will tell you. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender studies, or queer theory was what the class was called, or is called because it's still a class. I'm just not taking it. But what a lot of you may or may not know is that I'm not straight as you would define straight. I don't. And this is why I'm afraid of the LGBT community. I do not identify. And I've been trying to figure out how to explain that for a while now. The past few months have been kind of stressful for me because I've been struggling with this not being straight thing for about 7 or 8 years now. Yeah. It's been a long time, almost a decade. So, basically, that's a whole other video. Anyway, I don't identify. I don't have a word that I identify with. If you're familiar with the sexuality spectrum, where you have straight on one side, gay on the other, and some people fall randomly in the middle, I don't even feel like I'm on the spectrum. I don't feel like I have a word. I feel like I'm a bouncy ball, just kind of dipping down, falling wherever I happen to fall on a particular day, hour, depending on my mood, depending on other factors in my life at that moment. It just really varies. My boyfriend explains it as, you just love and you're just gonna love whoever you love. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. You know I love you. And, so it's, yeah. Anyway, I've been struggling with that. So I thought, hey, let me take this class. Maybe I'll learn a little bit more about myself, a little bit more about the community. Because I do feel like I'm a part of that community, but I'm sort of scared of them because a lot of people are very prejudiced against people who don't identify or who are not on one side or the other. So, and you can go on YouTube and you can find interviews with people, with gay people or with straight people. Would you date a bisexual person? 9 times out of 10 they will say no, because they're like, oh, well, what if they're just dabbling? Or what if they fall in love with somebody of the opposite sex or the same sex? Or, you know what I mean, like the other. Which is stupid, because honestly, everyone should be secure in their own relationship, because, like, if that person's dating you, then you should just be happy that they're dating you. Like, you shouldn't be any more paranoid than anybody else in their relationship when someone does identify 100% one way or the other. Not that anyone should ever be paranoid in a relationship, because honestly, if you're in a relationship with someone, you should trust them, and you should know that you should trust the fact that they want to be with you. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing in that relationship? But yeah, a lot of people are very prejudiced against that. So I was going to take that class, but then I went to school for the first day, and keep in mind, I am still working almost full time, so I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting to work. Now I'm starting to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning because I haven't had time, because I've been going to school. I haven't had time to clean up my workstation, so I've been going in earlier. So most of the time 7:30, but sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning I'm at work, and then I get off with enough time basically to get to school. So say I get in at 7:30 in the morning on Mondays and Wednesdays. I leave at 4:30, and then I go to my psychology class, which starts at 5 and gets out at 6:30. and then I come home and I eat and I try to read my stuff for the next day. So when I had that first day and it was so overwhelming. I came home, I downloaded all my syllabuses for my other classes, and I saw the syllabus for the LGBT studies class, and there's such an enormous course load, and there's 5 books that are required reading for it. It's just a lot of work, and I don't think I am equipped to handle it at the moment. So I think I'll definitely take the class at some point, but you know. But yeah, so and I went on Wednesday to the Rainbow Alliance for the first time ever. I've never done anything like that before. I've never the only thing I've ever done related to the LGBT community was I went to San Francisco Pride last year, which was fucking awesome, by the way. But that I don't know if I really count that because I didn't really feel a part of it. I just sort of was like, oh, this is so cool. Everybody here is open and they don't care what anyone thinks and they're being who they are. So I was happy to see people doing that, but I wasn't really doing that. But so yeah, but me going there was sort of like, okay, I'm sitting down in this room of people who are all saying I'm not straight, and I sort of assumed that everyone in there was gay. So it was sort of freaking me out because I was like, oh my god, what if they ask me if I'm gay because I'm not really gay and I don't really want to say, I don't know how to answer that question if they ask me it, and I don't know how they're gonna react if they find out that I'm not gay and that I'm not straight. Yeah, it was terrifying, literally. Like I walked in the room, my heart was pounding a mile a minute in my chest, and then I sat down and I was physically shaking in my seat because I was so terrified. But everybody was super nice and accepting, and they were very supportive, and there are other people in the class, girls and guys, who identify as either pansexual or bisexual. Pansexual, if you don't know, basically means that you have no gender preference. It's different from bisexual in the fact that bisexuals are attracted to both men and women. Specifically, like masculine men, feminine women. That's typically, in my mind, the definition of bisexual is attracted to men and women. Pansexual is different in the fact that, if you don't know this, there are multiple genders. It's not just male and it's not just boy girl. You can have people that don't really identify with a gender. You can have transgendered people. Pansexuals do not care if you're transgendered. Do not care if you don't identify with either gender, with male or female. It literally does not matter to them. They fall in love with who a person is on the inside, not their genitals, not their gender. Yeah, which is the closest thing to how I identify, but I don't like words. I don't like labels right now. I'm kind of like, okay, fuck it, no labels. Labels are for food, not for people. But yeah. But yeah, so I went and we did this thing where we all stood in a circle, and what we would do is somebody would jump in the middle of the circle and say something about themselves. And if you identified with that or agreed with it, you jumped in circle with them. So, like, the guy started it off with, he jumped in and he was like, I like pie. And a bunch of people jumped in. And there were like 5 people on the outskirts that did not jump in. And I'm just thinking, why the fuck do you not like pie? But, yeah. And then, but sometime throughout that whole thing, somebody jumped in and was like, I identify as pansexual or bisexual. And so many people jumped in. I kind of jumped in because I just wanted to make it known that I'm not gay, because I sort of felt like everyone assumed that if you were there, you were gay. So I jumped in that. And, yeah. And there were some guys that jumped in there. I thought that was super brave because guys get a lot more shit for being bi or pan than girls do. I feel like, anyway. I mean, I get a whole lot of, that can't be true. How is that possible? No. From my mother, actually, told me that the way I felt didn't exist, that it was impossible. Yeah, good times. But yeah, so it was so nice to feel like there were other people and I wasn't the only person in the room, and everybody was really nice and happy and laughing and fun, and yeah, it was awesome. What else have I been doing? Have I made a video since Christmas? I don't know if I have. If you didn't notice, I got a keyboard for Christmas from Santa Claus, and I've been sort of playing it a little bit. I feel like I sound really bad playing it because I haven't played in so long, so I'm kind of hesitant because it's loud and I don't want everyone to be like, oh, she can't play. I worry way too much about what other people think. Even people that don't relate, it doesn't really matter because I know they're gonna love me anyway. Yeah, it's stupid. My hair is still dripping. I just got out of the shower. Oh, I'm rambling, and this video is already 16 minutes long. I didn't expect it to be this long, and I feel like I'm leaving stuff out. What am I leaving out? What am I leaving out? I don't know. I don't know what I'm leaving out. I got some more storage stuff in my room. That's cool, so I'm a little bit more organized. That candle right there that you can sort of see, where is it? Right? Yeah, right there. That tiny yellow thing with the little flickering ball of light, yeah. It smells so fucking good. If you like candles. You need to take your butt to Yankee Candle and get, oh, you can, it might be mirrored on yours. Okay, it's called Citrus Tango. It's kind of backwards for me, so it might be backwards for you. But, yeah, it smells hella good. I love this thing. And I think they're doing a sale right now because I just got a phone call for it, so yeah, I should go check it out. I bet Yankees loving the free publicity. But, oh, this one's good too. Luau Party. These are new. They're really good. I'm kind of a candle fanatic. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. Oh, I did my 2014, it's 2014, my lists, what I'm going to be working on this year. So, I'm not cutting my hair this year. Just like last year, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna let it grow. My hairdresser seems to think that it could grow a few, like maybe to about right here by the end of the year. So, hopefully that's the case. I'm not allowed to procrastinate with school stuff. I'm not allowed to ignore my anxiety. For those of you who don't know, I have super bad anxiety. So I have to do something about it because I'm allowed to just ignore it. Yeah, I said I wasn't allowed to have more than one soda a month. I've totally killed that already. January I had probably 4. Yeah. But that's only like one a week. That's not that bad. Alright. Some people have soda like all 3, like 3 times a day, so. Overexertion is not allowed, excessive spending is not allowed, assumptions are not allowed. Oh, I already screwed that up too. I sort of assumed when I went into that Rainbow Alliance thing that stuff was gonna be bad, but I have to pay off my credit cards this year and go to the dentist. I really need to go to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist since I moved to California, and that's been almost 2 years now. Yeah. But I don't want to pay for it. I also need to go to the optometrist because my glasses prescription is about 3 years old. I have to read 12 books. I started a blog. Oh yeah, I have a Tumblr now. That's new. That'll be in the description now, if you're interested. I haven't written an actual post yet, but I do share stuff and I put quotes occasionally. I haven't really had time to sit down and write. Although if I keep putting it off because I don't have time for it, I'll never do it. So I'm gonna have to squeeze 10 minutes in somewhere. But yeah, that's there if you're interested. yeah, one of my New Year's resolutions is to do that regularly, so hopefully I get on that soon. I've been working on knitting 2 blankets, and they're both for other people, and one of the people actually knows that I'm making it for her, but I still haven't finished it. It's almost done. I'll show it to you. The girl I used to work with had a baby, so I was making her baby this blanket. And see, it's almost done. I just have to finish this blue stripe. So I have to use this ball yarn and probably half of this. Yeah. And then I have another one that I'm not going to show you because the person I'm making it for doesn't know I'm making it for her, so I don't want her to accidentally see it and be like, oh, I wonder who it's for, and then come to find out that it's hers. Yeah. She'll probably be getting it for her birthday this year. Assuming that I finish it. Hopefully I do. But yeah, that's one of my resolutions is to finish the blanket. And hopefully I can make one. I want to make one for my boyfriend because he just moved out of his parents' house yesterday. So yeah, he is very excited about that. I'm jealous about that. I don't want to move out. Not that there's anything wrong with my house that I live in right now, but I've been itching to be on my own for a very long time now. So, but yeah, I want to make him a blanket for his new space. Wonder how long that's gonna take. He's patient, so. I have to go to North Carolina this year. That is definitely a resolution. It is happening very soon, hopefully. I got a summons for jury duty, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to go when I was planning on going, but hopefully I can. Hopefully I can, because I have so much family and so many friends out there that I haven't seen in almost 2 years, and it's not good at all. I have to see them. I was video chatting my baby sister last night, and she looks so much older. Kids grow too fast. It's ridiculous. I have to be more gracious. No, grateful. Grateful for the things that I have. That is one of my resolutions. And I have to gain some self-confidence. Hey, I'm working on that. Going to the Rainbow Alliance. Also, I was contacted by a record producer down in Burbank, California, and I have not contacted him yet, like called him. He said, I told him I was going to call him, but it's been so freaking hectic, my life, everything, that I haven't called him, and I'm kind of afraid I won't be able to afford anything, but yeah, he really liked one of my songs. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, in case you were wondering, I was reading those pink papers there. There and there. Yep. And now I'm just sitting here talking in front of the camera. I'm gonna go. Yeah.